Germany's journey in the Euros was a story of resilience. Facing injuries and tough rivals, they fought with determination. Despite their efforts, the final whistle marked the end of their dreams. Their spirit and tenacity will inspire fans and future players alike.
Yeah, Germany lost. And we're sad. Spain has moved on, and it will be another Spain and England final at the Euros. For the first time ever, we were truly rooting for Spain and Germany. I will say I was rooting a little more for Germany, but Sara is a AKB and an Esther super fan of both of them. So it was hard for you, Sara.
It was like trying to pick your favorite parent. It was really hard.
Yeah.
And I liked watching it, but I didn't,
Yeah, and it's fun to see them, they know each other presumably pretty well, being on the same team, and they wanted nothing more than to kill each other in the nicest way possible.
Very true.
Yeah, but that is the story. Germany has been eliminated from the Euros, and it was so close. I mean, it was so close. Now, it wasn't as close as Italy. Nothing can be closer than what happened to Italy, but it was pretty close. Germany to even get to this stage was remarkable. The first game, was it the first game? Gwinn out for the rest of the tournament. Their captain, that took a toll. Then the injuries in general. Then the red cards, they got 2 red cards. Then Newskin suspended for this match because of yellow card accumulation. I mean, the things they had faced, pretty remarkable to think they were so close to possibly winning this game. Because going to the tournament, I would say a lot of people would put their money on, if you're a betting person, it's going to be Spain and England in the finals. If you went into this tournament and said it's going to be Spain and England, most people were like, yeah, sounds good. So the fact that it is going to be Spain and England isn't surprising. And I think for a lot of people, 2 good things about this matchup, that it's Spain and England. One, for a lot of people, it's it's like 2 villains almost. Like, oh, who do we want to lose less? Just because, when you're on top, you always want those people to be taken down a notch, if that makes sense.
For me, it's ONA versus Lucy.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another storyline.
I could watch that all day.
Which was so funny, because we're going to talk about the game in a second. But this game, I don't know if they had ever mentioned that AKB and Jess Carter are engaged. I don't know. I didn't hear it. But this game in particular, the announcer said, oh, is Ann-Katrin going to be facing her fiance, Jess Carter, in the finals? Because I hadn't heard them say that. Because I will tell you this, Sara, they never talk about it on the Gotham games. Like, it's never like a topic of discussion. Not like it would be. Let's talk about there. Also, going to this game, the last time that Spain and Germany met were at the Olympics for the bronze medal match. And we remember how that went. Heroic. Ann-Katrin Berger saved Alexia's PK in the very last minutes to earn an Olympic bronze medal, which is so major. And that was the last time they met, and Germany came out on top. Also, Germany's an 8-time champion of the Euros. Spain, this is the farthest Spain has ever gotten to the Euros. I think this is their first semifinal. They had never won a knockout round until this year. So to think, we talked about this last video, but Spain, the Spain that we know and love now, that they've never even come close to a Euro championship, is also, it's hard for me to wrap my head around that too.
And that's kind of why I was rooting for them today too, Not like they're the underdogs or anything, but right. The fact that they haven't won that.
And a lot of people kind of said that. Some people were painting them as the underdog. And I think on the broadcast, or maybe I was watching commentary after, they said in no way, shape, or form is Spain the underdog going into this match. Because of everything. Germany, they've played so many minutes. They're injured. They weren't the underdogs. The one thing that was true, though, is that Spain had never beaten Germany at a major tournament. So, I mean, that statistic was going in Germany's favor. But given the circumstances, Spain were definitely not the underdogs. In going to this game, like every game they've gone into, they've had a game plan. Their game plan, for the most part, is defense, to defend, to not let Spain score. And that's exactly what they did. They were not letting Spain score. Talking about Esther and AKB, the first half, no goals, obviously, but AKB and Esther were kind of going at it. There was a few matchups where Esther shot the ball, and AKB was having no part of it. That was crazy. I mean, she shot it. AKB got her fingertips on it. Spain was taking a lot of shots, but nothing was connecting. And then Esther tried the very dramatic bicycle kick too, which I freaking love that she tried the bicycle kick. Now, it didn't go really that close, but it went close enough to where it could have gone in. And I don't know. I love things like that. You know what I mean? Going for it.
Oh, yeah, she really went for it. Putting her body on the line like that.
Yeah. Then the very end of halftime, there was a couple really close chances that Spain had. One hit the goalpost. It was so close, and the other one AKB saved. You know, when you are kind of saving a lot and a lot aren't going in, statistically speaking, one of those balls are going to go in eventually. You get what I'm saying? I always think that. It's like, is it time? Is it going to happen? Also, you know, Spain, I was telling Sara this when we were watching the game. Spain play a style of soccer when I watch. For me, it's like Spain, if they don't win, they're going to get kicked off, you know, it's Survivor. They're going to get kicked off the island. If they don't win, they really have that, we're going to do this. We have to do this. Like, there's not another option for them. But Germany was up for the task, but Germany was frustrating Spain. You know, Germany did have a close call right to the right of the post in like the 84th minute.
I thought that was a goal.
Yeah.
It kind of looked like it went in.
Exactly.
Salma para el vuelo. Came close.
Then the 90th plus 3 minutes. Germany came so close. I mean, I think this was the save of the game. Cata Coll, who didn't have a lot to do, didn't make too many saves, made an incredible AKB-esque save, and then a double save. This heartbreaking. I don't know how this, her recovery from going into the net, that was the part where that was.
Oh, there's nothing better than a double freaking save.
And also, when you go into the net like that, you're kind of disoriented. Obviously, you train and you're professional, so you don't get that disoriented.
There's a reason they make it kind of bouncy. So it throws you back.
The net, yeah, exactly. No scoring. Regulation, absolutely no scoring. To be honest, I was surprised. I thought somebody was going to score. Now, I thought maybe Spain would have scored before Germany just because of the way the tournament has gone so far. But it went to overtime. Spain seemed more in control of extra time. But a lot of people were saying, was Germany just trying to get to PKs? A lot of people's thoughts like, oh, Germany wants to get to PKs. We're going to have the advantage. But that was not to be, because in the 112th minute, Aitana Bonmati had a award-winning goal. It just snuck in there right by AKB. And a lot of people are saying after AKB's all her great saves, she kind of made a mistake. Because if you look at the near post, she isn't blocking it enough, because she thinks it's going to be a cross the way Bonmati comes. She doesn't think Bonmati is going to score, or she's going to shoot. She thinks she's going to go cross to one of her other players. But she snuck it in there in that foot of, as they say, threading the needle, shot it right in the corner of the net, and heartbreaking. I mean, for Germany, but
just snuck by. But don't blame AKB, okay? She's still amazing. Thank you.
In my notes,
nobody's perfect.
Yeah. And in my notes, I actually have, if anyone's going to score like that on me, anyone in the world, it's going to be the best in the world, the 2-time Ballon d'Or winner, Bonmati, the best player in the world. If anyone's going to do it to me, I accept that she's going to be the one who does it to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at the very end, there was a little bit of hope that Germany were going to tie it, but it didn't happen. And I don't know, gutted for Germany. But
you think Ann-Katrin Berger will forgive Esther?
Yeah. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself here, but they swapped jerseys at the end. So, and they both, Ann-Katrin was smiling, and so they did swap jerseys. And I also said, I'd rather lose like this than if I were Italy yesterday, or on a shaky penalty, or on an oopsie. You know what I mean? Some people might say Ann-Katrin had an oopsie, but not really. But even at the end, Ari in the studio basically said Spain were the better team. Not only were Spain the better team because they won, but overall they were kind of technically the better team. We've talked about it. Spain's bench is really deep. They have two-time Ballon d'Or winners on their team. And so if you're going to lose, I don't know, losing to Spain on a crazy kick like that, it sucks. But Germany, if they just would have connected on one of those opportunities, I think they would have won. I think if they were up one, I think they would have won, if that makes any sense, because Spain didn't play that much better than them. At times they did, but Germany really had a game plan. That's one thing that the whole tournament, once they had their game plan, they stuck to it. This kind of was a battle of the goalkeepers. Ann-Katrin saved a lot more balls than Cata Coll, but the balls Cata Coll saved, that one in particular, was incredible. It's just hard. But yeah, what does everyone think? It's going to be Spain and England in the finals. I guess I'll read a couple comments here. I save this comment because it just shows the kind of stress the goalie has.
Annoying. Last game she was the heroine. Now she was the decider with the mistake. This is why the goalie is the coolest and worst position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the most exposed. I always say that you're the most exposed player. People who don't know anything about sports can tell if the goalie is doing a good or bad job. That's the only position on the field you can really tell like that. You get what I'm saying? Unless the forward keeps missing the ball when they're kicking or something. Or, you know what I'm saying, for the most part.
But just know, if you're a goalie, you're always my favorite player on the team.
Yeah.
Always my favorite position.
Sarah's like obsessed with goalies.
No, I'm not. What our team did and achieved this tournament just deserves great praise and recognition. Defied all odds, showed fighting spirit, will, team spirit, and delighted us all. So proud of you.
Yeah, exactly. Germany's fans couldn't be more excited other than getting to the final. Then again, as fans or as players, would you rather lose in the semis or get to the finals and lose? That's always a good question, because part of me thinks it's better just to lose in the semis if you're going to lose in the finals. Part of me is like, no, I want to get to the finals for the possibility to win, you know what I'm saying? But if you know you're going to lose.
She just showed why she is Ballon d'Or. No. I think they meant to say, she just showed us why she is Ballon d'Or. Let the rhythm take you. Ballon d'Or, Ballamos, hello, España.
You know, Spain played good, but they didn't play great. They missed a lot of shots. Germany really frustrated them, but I will have Sarah read this.
No. Spain lacked a bit of something today, honestly. Still a bit more dominant in the game than Germany and more talented, but the Germans were stubborn and gritty. Germany played excellently and did their job. Spain played quite mediocre and still got the win. Germans quite underrated throughout this tourney. Can't write them off. Let's hope on Sunday football is saved again by the Spanish.
Yeah, because that's the question. Do you want Spain to win on Sunday? Do you want England to win? Then I see one more comment here about the right back position being cursed, because first it was Gwinn, then it was Wamer replacing her, then Wamer getting a red card, and then Hendrich getting a red card, and then the player who was right back today, which is Kleinherne, she was injured in like the 100th minute, so she had to be subbed off. So who's to know if she could have even played on Sunday? So yeah, that right back position, who's ever in that position, be careful, because the tilt of the earth maybe is against you. But who does everyone want on Sunday? I think I'm rooting for Spain.
If Spain wins, I will do a full video in Spanish.
Oh, yeah, you should. Okay, keep her to that. If Spain wins, you're going to do a full... Okay, I love that. I think now that Spain isn't quite as dominant as they were at one point, I think I think I'm rooting for them, but I'd be happy either way. Who are you guys rooting for down below? Part of me likes that it's the two best teams, and part of me would have liked to see someone new in there as well, so.
I don't know. I can't choose.
Yeah. And also, we might lose some of the viewers that we gained from Germany, because after the video we had, that was the one that was titled Best Game Ever, I looked at our analytics, and like the majority of our views came from Germany, obviously, because I know you guys were like searching for videos about your team. And I love it. So I don't know if I'm going to lose some of those viewers, but thank you for all the new subscribers too. Since we've been doing Euros videos, we've had an influx of subscribers. Thank you so much. Obsessed. Also, I have this in my notes. This tournament's going to go down in history. Germany played one of the best games of all time. I still stand by that, being a player down for so many minutes. they have so much to be proud of. That game alone is going to go down in history as one of the greatest ever. I truly believe that. We're gonna talk about that game in 5 years and be like, I can't believe that happened. Truly. So they have so much to be proud of. So Ona versus Lucy, that's definitely probably going to be a video at some point, because they kind of launched at the last World Cup when they played each other. So
we'll see what we get this time.
Yeah. Questions, comments down below. We will be back. Probably our next video is going to be after the final. Maybe it'll be before then. I'm actually not quite sure. But yeah, we will be back. Questions, comments down below. What does everyone think? We will talk to everyone later. Have a great night. Bye.